Now we'll get into the next question, which is to find the following: free will, magisterium, character, and original sin. So free will is defined as a power created in reason and will that enables a person to perform deliberate actions and one's responsibility. Humans are free beings. Often makes us less when we abuse it. Is what allows us to be responsibility for our actions and is part of what sets people apart from animals. That is what free will means. Just remember that free will is just it's what makes humans free. Magisterium is the official teaching authority of the church. The Lord bestowed the right and power to teach his name on Peter and the apostles and their successors, that is the Pope and the College of Bishops. So just remember this is the official teaching authority of the church, and we can use it as a source to form something else that I'll talk about. Uh, Character is defined by people acting in predictable ways. It is formed by the relationship between rational and appetitive, which trains our bodies to be virtuous. Original sin, as you guys know, is kind of the passed on kind of inherent sin from Adam and Eve that we all acquire when we were baptized. Well, we kind of lose that sin when we're not baptized. So we get it when before we're baptized. We have original sin. So what are the 4 steps after the stop sign method? Stop, not sign. Stop method of moral decision making. So we have to search for the facts. We have to think about the various alternatives and consequences. We have to think about others and pray for your decision. So just remember the STOP. S means for search, T stands for think, O stands for others, and P stands for pray. Remember this. The stop method is used to kind of come up with a decision that is logically makes sense. Now we have to talk about the 6 questions that help us to discover the facts of moral cases. So we have the what, we have the why, the how, the who, the where, and the when. So remember, these 6 questions can help you for discover the facts of moral cases. Kind of come up with a logical decision when it comes to the discernment. Discernment is kind of a very deliberate process of decision making. So the what, you should know that the what stands for the moral object, and the why stands for the intention. The how is like circumstance, the who is circumstance, the where is circumstance, and when is circumstance. So there's different things that I say in circumstance, object, and intention. Don't get too scared of what they mean. These are just like the 3 things you will see when you're talking about a case or like a certain situation, like someone getting robbed, and what is their intention, what did they use, and what were kind of the limitations and the circumstances and at the given situation. So just know the 6 questions right now. Define the 3 elements in moral acts: object, intention, circumstances. Okay, here we go. So object means the moral content of an action. They suggest whether the action is directed toward true good. So if someone's trying to, I would say help out a homeless, probably they help out a homeless by stealing a bank and then giving them that money. So the object right here, or the method was by stealing, which is not a good way. So this is kind of when we get into, that's kind of the object to get to your intention. The intention is kind of what you truly, in your heart, kind of are aiming, or what you truly desire for this specific act. So the intention is the aim or objective of a course of action, which is entirely based on two rules. Just keep the intention good, and the end does not justify the means. The means must be moral. So we're getting into this quote later. Circumstances are the conditions or facts attending an event and having some bearing on it. They can increase or decrease the moral goodness or evil of an action. If you're not entirely sure what circumstances are, definitely review this, because she may give you. It is almost. I'm not too sure, but she may give us like a case where we have to identify what the object, what the intention, and what the circumstances. So just remember, keep in mind what each one of this means when it comes to that. The most important one is the object. So if anybody asks, what on the test, what is the most important one out of this 3, is the object, which is the content, and the subjective one, which is our opinion or what we think element, would be the intention. This may not be right, although I'm hoping it is, because it makes sense just based on the subjective itself. So if not, again, just comment down below and leave me a comment so I can correct that. So what does it mean to call an act intrinsically evil? So I got this from a church website. Intrinsic means that it is inherent or built in or essential to the act. In the case of an intrinsic evil, it means that evil in the given act is built in or essential or inherent or intrinsic to an act. Okay, that's very confusing. It is defined define intrinsic. So this just means that whatever you do is always bad, always sinful, always, never good, never appropriate, never useful, never. So this is saying that intrinsically evil just means that it's inherently bad, always. Okay, what does it mean to say that the end does not justify the means? So this means that intention is what truly matters. Knowing this, if something is done and it is successfully done, the intention put forth is what will matter at the end, and the method whereby it was carried. So the end does not justify the method. That's what it means. If you're doing something good, you better do it the right way. Get to it through a right way, through a moral way, not getting to like doing something good but doing it in the wrong way. Like I said, helping a homeless person. That's a good end right here. But it's not. Still stealing a bank is not probably the best means to get to that. But I mean, good try, but probably not as good.